Hello student, today my lecture topic on application of Michelson interferometer. There are many applications of Michelson interferometer. Here we will discuss few applications like determine the wavelength of the light and also determine of difference of two nearly equal wavelengths and determine of thickness and refractive index of thin plate. First, we will discuss determine the wavelength of light. Then we will discuss the determination of difference of two nearly equal wavelength, and last we will discuss the determination of thickness and refractive index of thin plate. Now we will start with determination of wavelength of light. All of you know very well condition for dark fringe in a Michelson interferometer. You know that 2d cos theta is equal to L lambda is a condition for dark fringe. You know that when theta is equal to 0, you know that 2d is equal to N lambda. It means when theta is equal to 0, what is theta? Theta is the view angle. When theta is equal to 0, it means that you will see at a centered. Okay. Now, here, suppose we have a wavelength centimeter, 5 into 10 to the minus 5 centimeter, and you know suppose I have given the value of d is 2.5 10 to the power minus 2 centimeter. Now you can see that the value of theta is equal to cos inverse 0.001 n, where n is the number of the fringes. Yeah, you can say that n is the order. Now when m is equal to 1000, 99998 and 997, 996 and 995. When n is equal to where at that values, what is the value of theta? I have already calculated these values here like that. This value is like that. When n is equal to 1000, theta is equal to 0, and 99 is 2.56 degree, 3.62 degree, 4.44 degree, 5.13 and 5.73 degree, also 994, it is equal to 6.28 degree. You can also calculate these values. And when d is decreases by a one order, like that, d is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 centimeter at that values, and the value is the same. Now theta is equal to cos inverse 0 mn. Now you can see that here when n is equal to 100, you will see the value of theta is 0, 99, 8.11, 98, 1.48, 97, 14.07, 96, 16.26, at 95, 18.19, and 94 is 1995, all of in degree. Now you can see that here when d is decreases by a one order, you can see that the value of the space between the two theta will be increases. It means that you can see that here the fringes are less closely as compared to this one. It means that when the d is decreases by a one order, it means that fringes are less closely. It means that in this case fringes are more closely, or in this case fringes are far away, like that. It means as compared to this one. Now suppose that when the d is decreases slightly, what will happen? Slightly means, suppose that we have decreases the value of d like that, 2.4999 into 10 to the power minus 2 centimeter. The value of the theta is equal to cos inverse 1.0004 into 10 to the power minus 3 n. Now you can see that when the value of n is equal to 99, 998, 997 and 996, 995, 994, the value of the theta is equal to 2.51, 3.59, 4.41, 5.10 and 5.71 and 6.26, all in degree. Now you can see that here when the d is decreased in slightly, you can see that we are working at decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places. It means you know that what is the sensitivity of this experiment. Now you can see that when d is decreases slightly in this order, you will see that the maximum value of the n is 999, because you know that this value is invalid here at that equation. You can see, you can check it also. You can see that this fringes, when the d is decreases slightly in this manner, this fringes will be disappear. Sorry, this fringes will be disappear. This one will be a disappear in this case, and then further decreases slightly like that, you will see that fringe pattern will be collapsed at the center. Conversely, you can say that when these increases, fringes will be expand from the center. It means that when, suppose that at the center, because we have observed at the center, it means that all the fringes will be collapsed at the center when d is decreases slightly like that. When d is increases, the fringes will be expanded like that. So we have observed at a center. At the center, you know the value of, the 2d is equal to n lambda. Suppose that you know that what is the value of d? D is the difference between the two mirror M2 dash and M1. You know that the M2 is the virtual image of real mirror M2. You know very well. This is the value of D. Now when d is increases, it means that you will hear. It means that fringe will be expanded. When suppose that here you will decreases this plane by a distance d naught. Here now mirror M1 will be here. All of you know that mirror M1 is a movable mirror. So we can move with the help of a screw. When the mirror is moved upward, it means that D will be decreases. When the D will be decreases, it means the fringe will be collapse. Suppose that we have count the number of the fringes collapse at the center, maybe 9, 10, 11 like that. Now suppose that we have decreases, what will happen? We observe the fringes here and we will see that 1, 2, 3, 4 number of the fringes collapses at the center. It means that suppose that these decreases, final distance between the M1 and M2 dash is D minus D naught. And now suppose that capital N fringes will be collapsed at the center. This is the number of the fringes, number of fringes collapsed at centered. You can see that 2D minus D naught at that condition, small n is capital N is lambda. It means that when D is decreases, number of the fringes collapse at the center which have counted, which have observed at the center. Now from equation 1 and from equation number 2, you will see that when the value of 2D and lambda put here, 2D minus 2D naught is equal to n lambda is equal to n lambda. This values come here is n lambda is 2D naught is equal to n lambda is n lambda is cancel out. You know that the value of the lambda wavelength is 2D naught divided by capital N. It means that experimentally you have know the value of the D naught because you have decreases the D with the help of screw and you can measure the value of the D naught from the screw. And also N you have also measured because you have observed at the center and you have count the number of the fringes collapse at the center. Like that, you can calculate the experimentally what is the wavelength of light with the help of Michelson interferometer. Now we will discuss the next one, how to calculate the difference between the two nearly equal wavelength. What is the meaning of two nearly equal wavelength? All of you know very well. What is the meaning of the two nearly equally wavelength? In case of the sodium lamp produce a two wavelength. Lambda is equal to 5890 angstrom and lambda 2 is equal to 5896 angstrom. Now you can see that this was a nearly equal wavelength and the spacing between the 6 angstrom. It means that with the help of the Michelson interferometer, we can measure this difference. You know what is the sensitivity? You can see that we have measured the 6 angstrom by the help of Michelson interferometer. You can see that. How you can measure it? Yeah, I am explaining here like that. Suppose that any source have a two wavelength like a lambda 1 and lambda 2. All of you know the condition of dark 2D and lambda 1 and 2D and lambda 2. This is a condition for dark. I am using the D value. And condition number bright 2d n plus half lambda 1 2d n plus half lambda 2 is a condition for bright. Here you can see that at lambda 1 we have observed at a center. Okay. Here you can see that at that condition d is constant. At the same value of the d, two different wavelengths have a different value of n. You can see that when the lambda is changes, it means at the same value of the d, n will be also changed. So here we assume that at lambda 1 is equal to n1, at lambda 2 is equal to n2. Here n1 is equal to n1, and n1 is a number of 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, and n2 is also a number of 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. Suppose that when these dark fringe collapse with bright of lambda 2 or vice versa, you can say that the bright of lambda 1 coincided with dark. Suppose that here like that, this one is the dark of lambda 1, and suppose that here come bright of lambda 2. You can see that you will see that all the fringes will be washed out. Nothing will be there, because coincide of one dark with another bright, coincide of other dark with bright. At that condition, you will see that fringes will be not observed. Fringes will be not view, or you can say that they will be washed out. Like that, here you will take the difference between any two values, or this one or this one. Suppose I take the difference between this one and this one, 2d lambda 1 minus 2d lambda 2. Now n1 minus n2 minus half. Now you can see that. Now lambda 1 is called minus lambda 2, at least minimum 1, 2, 3 like that, because all of you know that n minus n2 never equal to 0. All of you know very well. It means that we have start from at minimum values from 1, 2, 3 like that. It means that suppose we have considered the value of n minus n12 is 1, you will see that this value is equal to 1. And we will change the next value, you will see that 3 by 2 and 5 by 2, so on. Now you can see that when the value of order of half, like 3 by 2, 5 by 2 and so on, you will see that at that condition the fringes will be disappear at that condition. Now further you have changed the value of d, so you will see that what is the next condition? What will the appear condition? In appear condition, you will see that when this value coincide with dark, coincide with dark, bright coincide with bright. When you have changed the value of d, it means that when the dark coincide with dark and bright coincide with bright, it means that when the lambda 1 dark coincide with lambda 2 dark condition, or you can say that the bright of lambda 1 coincide with bright of lambda 2. At that condition, fringe will be appeared. At that condition, you can take the difference any one. Suppose we will take the difference this one, you will see that n1 minus n2 is equal to Lambda, you know that n1 minus n2 is 1, 2, 3, and so on. It means that what is the minimum value? The minimum value at least n1 minus n2 is equal to 1. Not lambda. n1 minus n2 is equal to 1. It means that at a appeared condition, lambda 1 minus 2d lambda 2 is equal to 1. You can see that 2d is equal to lambda 1, lambda 2 minus lambda 1 is lambda 1 and lambda 2 is equal to 1. Now delta lambda is equal to lambda 2 minus lambda 1. Take a mod also. Now this del lambda upon a lambda 1 and lambda 2 is equal to 1. Like that, divided by 2d. Now delta lambda is equal to lambda 1 and lambda 2 upon a 2d. Now you can measure the value of delta lambda, and also you know that the value of lambda 1, lambda 2. You can calculate the value of del lambda. It means that suppose here fringes will be a disappear. When you have changed the value of d, you will see that fringes is reappearing again, and when you have changed the value of d, fringes again disappear. It means that you can say that when the value of the d changes in this manner, at any value of d, we observe that fringes will disappear, again will change, fringes will appear, and again will change. It means that source have a two wavelength, and it will be equal to very nearly to each other. Okay, and also at that value of the d, suppose you will from here to here it disappear, here will appear. The value of the d you note down and put this value here, and you know the value of lambda 1, lambda 2 from the first application of calculate the value of the wavelength. So you know the value of lambda 1, lambda 2. You will put here. You can calculate the value of delta lambda. Now we will discuss the last application, thickness and refractive index of thin plate. Here we have two unknown quantity, thickness and refractive index of thin plate. Suppose that if you know the thickness of any glass plate, you can calculate the value of mu, and also if you know the refractive index, you can calculate the value of T. Here we will apply it like that. Suppose that we have a known plate of thickness T. Suppose that we have a plate, and also we can measure this thickness by any vernier calipers or any screw gauge, like suppose that we know that these values. And now we have all of you know that the Michelson interferometer like that. Here is a source, this is a telescope, this was plate G1, this is a G2. Now like that. Here suppose that here we have used a white light source, So you know that white light have a different wavelength, and the mixture of this wavelength they will show the white light. Suppose here have a that condition. At that condition, it means that the path difference is 0. You know there is a 0 path difference. Path difference at that condition. When delta is equal to, when L1 is equal to L2, when delta x is equal to 0, delta x means path difference. This is the path difference. This value is 2 L2 minus L1 mod of. You know very well. So when at L1 is equal to L2, at that condition, zero path difference. How you will get this condition? This condition will we get when we will use the white light. Without white light, you cannot measure the zero path difference. When you will use the white light at a source, you will see a color fringes around the center. In the case of monochromatic, you cannot see like that. Suppose lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2 here, and you have used the monochromatic light here. Suppose you have set the zero path difference. Now you will change the source. What do you see that? You will see that bright and dark fringes. You can't say that is a zero path difference because we have changed the L1 or L2. Again you will see the fringes, dark and bright. So you are not able to say at the zero path difference. You will see that a color fringes at the center. With the help of white light, you can calculate the zero path difference. Now, at that condition, when you will use the white light, now you will put the known thickness of plate here. When you will put here the known thickness of the thin plate here, you will see that you know the very well. When you introduce it here, you will see that this L2 length will be increases. All of you know very well because we have already discussed in a previous lecture by the amount of 2 mu minus 1 into T. You know the value of a T, but the value of the mu I will calculate it here. Now suppose this length will be increases by amount of, now the new length of L2 dash is L2 plus 2 mu minus 1 into T. Okay, what will see? Suppose up now condition L1 is equal to and L1 is equal to L2 dash is not equal. When you have introduced this plate at 1 raised 2, you know this is a raised 2, this is a raised 1. What will happen? Fringes will be shifted from the center. Now with the help of screws, this mirror will be a moving mirror. Now you will increase, you will see that fringe will be shifted at original position at the centered. Suppose we will increase X at position of X here, you will see that at this values fringe at the center. Now you note down these values. Suppose this value is X. Now you can see that 2x is equal to these values mu minus 1 into 2 because this one is the extra length and this extra length will be compensated by this length because we increases these values, fringe will be shifted at a centered. So now you can see that calculate the value of mu like that, like is cancel out x mu x by t is equal to mu plus 1. You know the value of minus 1. You know the value of 1 plus x by t. You know the value. You can calculate the value by experimentally, and you know the t. You can put here. You can calculate the value of mu. Okay. Now suppose at that condition here, this present condition, you will replace this by a monochromatic light source. When we will, now this one will be replaced by this one. Now here, you know the value, all of you know very well, value of this initial position of mirror M1, and now you will decrease these values from here to here. When you will decrease from here to here, you know the number of the fringes will be collapsed at the center because we have used the monochromatic light. We have discussed in this application. Now you have count the number of the fringes collapse when you will come here. When you will come here, you will stop the counting and note down the value of n. Now suppose that when you decrease the value of x, you will see that the number of the fringes will be collapsed at the center. At this condition, you know that 2x is equal to n lambda. N is the number of the fringes collapsed at the center. You know the value of the lambda, and when the value of the x is equal to n lambda by 2, and the value of x, you know that what is the value of the x? X is equal to mu minus 1 into t. When you put here n lambda by 2 is equal to mu minus 1 into t. From the first condition, you know the refractive, you can calculate the value of refractive index when you will know the value of t. Now when you know index by the experimentally method, when you will use the white light, then this value you can put here, and you know the value of this one all of you know very well. When you will use the monochromatic light, then you can calculate the value of t by experimentally. You can see that this experimentally will be equal to known values. These values will be equal to. Now you can see that you can calculate the refractive index when will you know the thickness of the film, and also you can verify the thickness of the plate when you will put value of the mu which we have calculated by experimentally. It means that when we will use the white light, you can calculate the value of mu, but you should know the thickness of the plate. Now this white light will be replaced by a monochromatic light. At that condition, you will shift the mirror M1 from at that original position with the help of the screw. At that condition, you will see that number of the fringes collapse at the center because we have used the monochromatic light. All of you know because we have already discussed at that conditions. And you know that this, when you decrease the x from here to here, this value will be equal to these values. At that condition, we have used the d naught. Here we will use the x. Now when you know when will be equal here, then you will put this value here. You can calculate the value of thickness of the film when you know the value of refractive index. Now here we will stop here, and all of you know very well the most important application of the Michelson interferometer. Thank you.